NTC HD TV and Studio E present Take Two, Nashua High School North and South source for news.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm Charlie Dykeman. Welcome to Take Two, Nashua North and South source for news. Now, have you ever wondered what it's like to be a student in an NTC video production class? Well, I'll tell you, it's a lot of work. Juniors spend their first year learning about equipment and shots before they begin production on fantastic videos. When senior year rolls around, the work gets more challenging. Students in this class have to create a senior board project for each semester. It's basically a large production that runs behind all the normal class projects. It helps students learn how to manage their time inside and outside of school. Here's one of the senior board films written, shot, directed, and edited by Andrew Savigny, a current senior.
I had an amazing time today. Thanks for showing me how to throw the frisbee.
No problem. I was a ultimate frisbee champion back in middle school.
Oh.
So, we've been dating for a while now, and I'm starting to think we have something serious. Do you think I should meet your parents?
Kyle, I don't know if I'm ready yet. I'm not even supposed to be dating at 16. I just don't know what they'd think of this.
Okay. Just let me know when you're ready.
Okay. Good night, Kyle.
Night. And have fun at that sleepover.
I will.
Yes, that's what you get. Did you see that? Hey, what's wrong? You haven't been yourself all day. Did something happen with you and Kyle?
No. Not exactly. He wants to meet my parents.
Well, what did you tell him?
I told him I wasn't ready. I don't know what he'd think of them. I mean, we're only 16, but he's kind and sweet, and he takes care of me. I wouldn't have stayed if I didn't trust him.
Jill, I just think...
No, I don't know how I'd feel with all of us together. It's hard enough talking to them about things by myself.
Well, I'm sure they'd understand if you both went to go talk to them. Just tell them how you both feel.
Yeah, I guess. I'll try.
Hey, what's up?
Do you have another pencil?
Sure.
Thanks. Yeah, I really loved that. Today was another fun day. I always have fun with you. You're amazing. Kyle, I think it's time for me to go to bed. I'm exhausted. All right, well, see you at school tomorrow. Good night.
It's a really big tree.
Yeah, I know.
And the sky is really beautiful today. Reminds me of you. What?
I think it's time you met my parents.
Like right now?
Yeah, it's getting cold anyway. Come on. Mom? Dad? I'd like you to meet Kyle. I know we're only 16, but if you got to know him as well as I do, you'll love him too.
Hi, I'm Kyle, and I've known Jill for several years now. And we've been dating for many months. And in those months, I've realized how great of a person she is. She's smart, funny, and very talented. I've never met someone who knows me as well as I do. And I know that she can help me become the best person I can be. I promise to keep her safe and to keep her happy. And all I can hope for is that you approve of me.
Now, as you can see, a lot of time is put into these videos over the course of the semester in order to make them into spectacular productions. Currently, seniors are working on their second senior board project and preparing to present them at the end of the school year. Good luck to all our seniors, and we'll be right back after the break.
Hello? Yeah, no, I know. I'll be right out. I'm sorry. They kept me late. I'll be out in a second. Okay.
Now, that was an example of a video production student's latest project, which was to create a Hitchcockian-like thriller. This was student Angelia Andrews' Thriller, which created a simple but sinister video that follows a girl backstage through a theater as she tries to find the source of a loud banging noise. Elements used in this video were framing of the camera for motion and point-of-view shooting. Now, our next video is by another student, Charlie Dykman. Hey, that's me! Created his thriller about a man who comes home from work to find his wife missing, with scenes where multiple things happen at once and engage the mind of the audience.
Hey Jen, I'm home. Hey honey, what are you thinking about for dinner tonight? Jenny? Hon? Jenny? Hello?
Now, coming up next, we have a bit of a throwback for you, relatively speaking, of course. But first, here's a fun fact. Now, we here at NTC TV find patronization to be one of the worst acts of condescension one can commit against another human, and therefore, we will not be providing you with a fun fact. Back to the news. On our last Take Two broadcast, we told you about the burgeoning Fairy Tale Project and how the students would be directing a dramatic retelling of several treasured fables. Well now, 4 months later, one of those videos received an honorable mention at the New England Student Emmy Awards, alongside several other Nashua submissions. So, you know, that's pretty cool, I guess. Here it is, the film Fly Away Home, a darker retelling of the classic Little Red Riding Hood.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful girl who was loved by everyone who looked at her. She was once given a little riding hood of red velvet, which suited her so well that she would never wear anything else, so she was always called Little Red Riding Hood. One day her mother said to her, "Come, Little Red, my dear, here is a piece of cake and a bottle of wine. Take them to your grandmother, she is sick, and they will do her good. Set out before it is too late, and when you are going, walk nicely and quietly, and do not run off the path, or you may find yourself lost." Her grandmother lived out in the wood, half a league from the village, and just as Red entered the wood, she encountered a wolf. She did not know what a wicked creature he was, and was not at all afraid of him. They exchanged pleasantries. When asked where she was going, Little Red revealed to the wolf the exact location of her grandmother's home. The wolf thought to himself, "What a tender young creature! What a nice plump mouthful! She will be better to eat than the old woman. I must act craftily so as to catch both." Little Red raised her eyes, and when she saw a clear light of day and the crisp leaves resting all about, she thought, "Suppose I take grandmother a bright leaf. That would please her too. It is so early in the day that I shall still get there in good time." So she ran from the path into the wood to look for a perfect leaf for her lovely grandmother, and so got deeper and deeper into the wood. Meanwhile, the wolf ran straight to the grandmother's house and knocked at the door. "Who is there?" "Little Red Riding Hood," replied the wolf. "She is bringing cake and wine." "Lift the latch," called out the grandmother. "I am too weak and cannot get up." The wolf lifted the latch, the door sprang open, and without saying a word he went straight to the grandmother's bed and devoured her. Then he put on her clothes, dressed himself in her cap, laid himself in bed, and drew the curtains. Little Red Riding Hood, however, had been running about collecting leaves, and when she had gathered so many that she could carry no more, she realized how dark it was getting, and remembered her grandmother, and set out on the way to her. She was surprised to find the cottage door standing open, and when she went into the room, she felt very uneasy. She called out, "Good morning," but received no answer. So she went to the bed and drew back the curtains. There lay her grandmother, looking very strange. "Oh, grandmother," she said, "what big ears you have." "All the better to hear you with, my child," was the reply. "But grandmother, what big eyes you have," she implored. "All the better to see you with, my dear." "But grandmother, what large hands you have." "All the better to hug you with," said the wolf. "Oh, but grandmother, what a terribly big mouth you have," cried Little Red. "All the better to eat you with, my dear." And scarcely had the wolf said this than with one bound he was out of bed and swallowed up Red Riding Hood. When the wolf had appeased his appetite, he lay down again in the bed, fell asleep, and began to snore.
Speaking of awards, last week, the New England-Boston chapter of the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences recognized 3 Video Production 2 students. These students were given 2015 Student Award for Excellence honorable mentions for their videos. Congratulations to Charlie Dykman for Fly Away Home, Emily Landry for New Hampshire Police Cadet Training Academy, and Andrew Savigny for both approval and banned books. And here's a look at New Hampshire Police Cadet Training Academy, filmed, edited, and produced by Emily Landry.
The Academy is about an experience to give young adults between the ages of 14 and 20 a chance to experience life as a police cadet.
The Academy is about teaching the cadets here that they can always push their own limits.
The purpose of the program for most of us is to bring kids to our community and to teach them life skills, to teach them how to improve themselves, how to test themselves, and to make themselves better members of the community.
This program has been in existence for 41 years.
The Cadet Academy has 3 different levels of the program. There are first-year cadets, we refer to them as basics. There are approximately 100 kids that come into the program each year, and they learn the very basic fundamentals of police work. The second year, kids come back And because the program is a little bit more intense, it's a little bit more hands-on, we have a smaller group of cadets for that program. That's called the advanced year. And the advanced year has up to 30 kids that come through. They have a lot of classroom structure, but a lot of the program is designed for the kids to do hands-on work. In the third year, kids come back and refer to them as the Leadership Academy. And the leadership is smaller, usually approximately 15 to 16 kids per year. And they work on developing skills to become better leaders in the law enforcement community.
I would recommend this program to anybody that is eligible just because it really changed me for the better, and although it might not be the easiest thing that I've ever done, it's probably been the most stressful and hardest thing that I've ever done. It has really helped me become a better person overall.
My first impression of the whole program was it was really tough. It definitely pushed me to my limits. It really pushed yourself to succeed and to know that you really can do it. But overall, at the end of the week, I thought it was a great experience.
I have learned to take more responsibility for my actions, because when you're here, if they see you doing something, which they will, you get called out on it and you end up doing a lot of push-ups, a lot of sit-ups, a lot of burpees, and other exercises. And you have to learn pretty quick when you're here.
I have changed dramatically: size, weight, happiness level, the whole shebang. It made me into a better person.
It teaches people integrity, it teaches people trust, teaches people respect, and those are things that you can use in your everyday life.
This program has definitely changed me for the good.
This program has really shaped me into the person that I am today.
Some exciting upcoming news for seniors and their families is graduation. Now, graduation this year will be headed at the Verizon Wireless Center on June 14th. South's graduation will be held at 9 a.m. and North's will be held at 11 a.m. It's that time of year again. Now, students from Nashua North and South will have started the annual game of Assassins. Students will pair up with a friend of choice and try to attack the other target with a squirt gun. This event is held by the senior class. Everyone participating in the game pays $10, and the winners will have the money split between the teams. It's April, and the topic of choice is the budget for the following school year, and that's on debate, the floor for the Senate school system. This is the time of year where the school board will get together with Superintendent Mark Conrad, who will begin the process of submitting Nashua's budget plan for the next school year to the Board of Aldermen. The Board of Aldermen, who ultimately has a choice when it comes to the budget for the schools, visited Nashua High School South on Wednesday, April 8th to meet with a group of students who are concerned about the budget for next year. Now, thanks for joining us. I'm Charlie Dykman, and you have a wicked awesome day.